Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling a really common dilemma for people looking at mirrorless cameras. It's that choice between two very capable entry-level Canons, the R10 and the R50. You know, if you're just starting out with photography, maybe getting into content creation, or heck, even just trying to get good pictures of your kids running around, you've probably seen these two. They're small, they're pretty affordable, and, well, looking at the spec sheet, they seem almost the same. But we've dug into the data to find those key, sometimes subtle differences, and crucially, how those differences make one camera much better for, say, fast action, and the other may be the perfect fit for vlogging or video work.
That's exactly it, isn't it? They share so much under the hood that it's easy to overlook the things that actually matter for your specific needs. So our mission today is really to pinpoint those small divergences and connect them directly to how you, the listener, actually shoot.
Okay, so let's clear the table first. What isn't the deciding factor? Both the R10 and the R50 use Canon's RF mount. That's great news. It means access to all those excellent new RF lenses. And adapters for older EF lenses too, right?
Absolutely. Plus, and this is key, they have the exact same core imaging tech. That's the 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor and Canon's powerful DIGIC-X processor, identical in both.
Right, so that's huge for image quality. It means basically your photos are going to look the same regardless of which one you pick. Color science, sharpness, dynamic range, how the raw files behave.
Spot on. They both handle the same file types too. CRAW, HEI, JPEG, regular RAW. So forget about asking which takes a better picture. Because, well, they both take the same great picture.
Okay, so the choice has to come down to performance and features then.
Exactly. It's about how they let you capture that image and what specific tools they offer for different kinds of shooting.
All right, let's dig into that performance difference then. Where do they really start to separate? I think the biggest one, especially for action shooters, is continuous shooting speed, right? And crucially, how they achieve that speed.
Yes. This is probably the single biggest performance differentiator. The R10 comes out swinging here. It offers up to 15 frames per second using its mechanical shutter.
15 mechanical? That's pretty impressive for this classic camera.
It really is. And that mechanical shutter is important. For sports, wildlife, anything moving fast and unpredictably, you want the reliability and consistency of a physical shutter. It just works.
Okay, so what about the R50? It can shoot fast too, can it?
It can, but there's a bit of nuance there. The R50 offers up to 12 frames per second. But that's using the electronic first curtain shutter, or EFCS. It's sort of a hybrid electronic start mechanical finish.
Still pretty quick, 12 FPS.
Decent, yeah. And the R50 can technically hit 15 frames per second, matching the R10's number.
But there's a catch.
There's a catch. To get that 15 FPS on the R50, you have to switch to the fully electronic shutter mode. And while that's fast, it comes with potential drawbacks.
You mean like rolling shutter? That weird jello effect?
Exactly. Rolling shutter. Because the sensor reads the image line by line, really fast movement across the frame, or even fast panning, can make vertical lines look skewed or wobbly when you're using the fully electronic shutter.
Which could be a real problem if you're, say, panning with a race car or filming propellers.
Or even just fast sports action under certain kinds of artificial lighting, like stadium lights, which can cause banding with electronic shutters. The R10, by offering its top speed with the mechanical shutter, basically avoids those risks for stills photographers. It's the more robust, safer choice for pure action.
Okay, so point R10 for reliable speed and action stills. But that's not everyone's priority. What about content creation, video, vlogging? That seems like where the R50 might shine.
It absolutely does. While the R10 gets the nod for pure mechanical speed, the R50 feels very deliberately optimized for, like the hybrid shooter, the vlogger, the online creator. And you really see this when you look at its video features. The headline feature for video on the R50 is its 4K capability. It shoots uncropped 4K video at up to 30 frames per second. But the key phrase is 6K oversampled.
Oversampled. Okay, break that down. Why is 6K oversampled 4K better than just, well, regular 4K? What does that actually mean for the video file you get?
It means the camera is actually capturing detail from the entire 6K width of its sensor and then intelligently scaling that down in real time to produce the final 4K video file. Think of it like starting with a much bigger, richer source of information.
So you get more detail, sharper image.
Exactly. It results in a noticeably cleaner, sharper, more detailed 4K image compared to cameras that might just record native 4K or use a crop. It effectively reduces noise and moire patterns. It's a genuine quality advantage for video.
And that's uncropped too, right? So you keep the full field of view of your lens.
Correct. Uncropped 4K 30p. Plus, another big one for video creators, the R50 offers full HD recording at up to 120 frames per second.
Ah, slow motion. That's essential these days, isn't it? For B-roll, cinematic shots.
Absolutely. Being able to slow down footage smoothly by 4x or 5x in post-production is a huge creative tool. The R10 does have 4K video, but the R50's combo of that high-quality oversampled 4K and the 120/50's full HD gives it definitely more flexibility for video work. And then there's that unique R50 feature.
Yeah.
The movie for close-up demo mode.
Right. I saw that. That seems purpose-built for a certain kind of creator. Yeah.
Totally. If you're doing product reviews, makeup tutorials, anything where you need to quickly show an item close to the camera and then have the focus snap back to your face, this mode does it automatically.
So it just prioritizes whatever's closest.
Essentially, yeah. It's designed to rapidly switch focus from your face to an object held near the lens, then back again. It saves a ton of hassle compared to trying to manually rack focus or tap the screen constantly. It makes that kind of shooting much, much smoother.
Okay, that's pretty clever. What about autofocus in general? They both have Canon's dual pixel AF2, which is famously good. Any differences there?
They both share that excellent core AF system, yeah. But the R50 has specs that, again, seem slightly tuned for video dynamic situations. It boasts, I think, 651 AF zones, covering the entire sensor area, 100% vertical and horizontal coverage.
100% coverage. That sounds important for tracking.
It is, especially for vlogging. If you're moving around the frame while talking to the camera, that full coverage means the AF system can track your eye or face reliably wherever you go. There are no dead zones near the edges. It just makes composition much more forgiving. Both have great subject detection for people, animals, vehicles, thanks to deep learning, but that full coverage on the R50 is a nice edge.
And stabilization. Neither has in-body stabilization, right? They rely on the lens.
Correct. Both rely primarily on lens-based optical image stabilization, OIS. However, they both offer digital image stabilization options for video. And here, the R50 seems to have slightly more advanced or perhaps more effective digital IS modes compared to the R10.
So maybe a bit smoother for handheld video shots on the R50.
Potentially, yeah. It can help reduce some of that micro jitter you get when walking and talking. Again, it's these small usability refinements that tilt the R50 towards video.
Okay, this is interesting. Let's talk about actually using the cameras, especially for that vlogging scenario. The physical design must play a big role too.
Oh, hugely. And this is where the R50 really doubles down on the content creator focus.
Yeah.
The most obvious difference is the screen.
Right. The R50 has that fully articulating vari-angle screen.
Yes, the Clearview LCD2 DAFN vari-angle touchscreen. You can flip it out to the side, rotate it forwards, upwards, downwards. Any angle, really.
Which is basically essential if you're filming yourself, right? And you need to see the frame.
Absolutely non-negotiable for vlogging. You flip it forward, you can check your composition, your focus, your audio levels, all while you're recording. It also makes shooting from really high or low angles much easier, even for stills. The R10's screen does articulate, but it's more of a standard tilt screen, not the full vari-angle design.
So R50 definitely wins for screen flexibility. What about viewfinders?
Both have electronic viewfinders, which is great. The R50's EVF is a 2.36 million dot OLED. Pretty standard, pretty good for this level. The R10 has one too, similar spec, I believe. Both are perfectly usable.
In handling, they're both small, lightweight.
They are. Very compact, very light, easy to carry around all day. Both use the same Canon LP-E17 battery pack as well. Ergonomically, the R10 might feel slightly more substantial, maybe a bit more like a traditional camera grip, which some still shooters might prefer. The R50 is perhaps slightly more streamlined, but honestly, both are comfortable.
And connectivity, app control.
Both work with the Canon Camera Connect app for remote shooting and transferring images and video wirelessly. Standard stuff works well on both. The R50's overall package, though, the screen, the demo mode, the oversampled 4K, it just feels holistically designed for someone whose primary output is online video. So this really brings us to the final verdict, doesn't it? After looking at the speed, the video features, the handling, who is each camera actually for?
Yeah, it seems like a pretty clear split based on primary use. If your main focus is capturing fast action sports, wildlife, maybe even energetic kids or pets, you should probably lean towards the R10, right?
I'd agree. Choose the R10 if you need that top-tier mechanical shutter burst speed for maximum reliability in capturing the decisive moment. If freezing action without worrying about rolling shutter is your number one priority, the R10's 15 Ps mechanical burst gives it the edge. It feels like a camera with a performance ceiling that allows room to grow for photographers getting more serious about action.
Okay, and then the R50.
You should choose the R50 if your world revolves more around video content, vlogging, or even just being a hybrid shooter who values high quality, easy to get video, maybe slightly more than outright first speed for stills.
So if the vari-angle screen is a must-have for you, if you want that really clean, oversampled 4K, if you need smooth slow motion from the 120p's Full HD, or if that close-up demo mode sounds like a lifesaver,
Then the R50 is almost certainly the better fit. It's arguably a bit more beginner-friendly for video straight out of the box thanks to features like the A+ assist mode and that demo function, but it still delivers genuinely high-quality video results.
Right. So summing up our deep dive, R10 is kind of the mini action camera built for mechanical speed and reliability in stills. R50 is the content creator's tool, optimized for video quality, vlogging usability, and features like slow motion.
That's a good summary. Both are fantastic entry points into the Canon mirrorless system, offering excellent performance for their price. And maybe the final thought here, connecting it to the bigger picture. Regardless of which body you pick today, the R10 or the R50, you're investing in the Canon RF mount ecosystem. Because that core image quality from the sensor and processor is identical, the real long-term value is in the lenses you'll acquire and the system you're learning.
That's a great point. The skills transfer.
Exactly. Everything you learn about autofocus, exposure, video settings on either of these cameras will directly apply if you eventually upgrade to a higher-end Canon RF camera down the road. Your choice now is about optimizing for your current primary need. So the real question you need to ask yourself is, are you spending more time trying to nail that perfect action shot? Or are you trying to create compelling video content for an audience? Your answer probably points you to the right camera.